there, and welcome back. Today we're going to be talking about a very important work from the late 50s from an early sociologist named C. Wright Mills. It is a work of the Sociological Imagination. Now, this is very important to understanding the roots of sociology, and when you get this concept down, we're going to blow through the rest of it a lot easier. So, the sociological imagination is basically connecting ourselves and our history, our stories, to broader society, and being able to do the same with other people. An example might be, a simple one would be unemployment. So if I'm one person in the city of 50,000 people that is unemployed, that's a personal problem. Now, if there's 1,000 people out of the 50,000 in the city that are unemployed, that becomes a public issue or a societal issue. So now we need to look for why that is before we can look for solutions. So I may be unemployed because I lack the certain job skills for the certain jobs I've been applying for. Somebody else may be unemployed because they lack the education requirements. Somebody else may be unemployed because maybe they have a disability and they feel they're being discriminated against. Somebody else may be unemployed because they don't have a driver's license, or they're in and out of the court system and they can't find a job with the flexibility that allows them to, go to jail on the weekends or do court dates or different things that come up. So there's a lot of reasons we've established. So now if we wanted to create a program to put more people to work, maybe instead of creating a program that simply caters to people like me who lack certain qualifications, now let's create a program that gives people job skills, educational skills, maybe even provides counseling for people, and that will also be willing to send memos out to organizations and institutions describing the federal law of disability discrimination and why they shouldn't be doing that. So now we're going to be able to put more people back to work because we started understanding more people's subjective social construction of reality. Another example would be, to put it lightly, maybe where you go to college now and getting your education. You may have gone there because you like the programs they offered in the campus, or you may have gone there because a teacher or guidance counselor nudged you that way, or you may have been feeling pressure from friends to attend a certain college. Some people may be a legacy, and all of their family has attended there, so that's why they go. So now we can see, simply put, your reason for attending college, and now you can draw a connection to other people and why they went to college, and to realize we're not all the same and we all have unique backgrounds and uniquely constructed realities. I'm going to go ahead and keep saying it. So something like deviance, now we can look at violent behavior. We can look at the deviance of violent behavior here. Somebody may be violent because they simply like to hurt people, and that happens from time to time. Somebody may be violent because violence was modeled for them, and they endured abuse as a young person, so now they've become violent towards family or friends or even strangers. Somebody may join a gang simply to replace that feeling of family that they never had growing up. Somebody may get drunk and commit acts of violence because they have an underlying mental health issue and they're medicating it by drinking. So there are a lot of different reasons somebody can engage in deviant behavior, particularly violence. So we need to learn to draw connections to all of them if we're going to be able to help anything. Another institution that we shouldn't take lightly is marriage. For some people, marriage is falling in love to the right person and living out the rest of your life with that person, happily ever after. To some people, they get pressured into marriage, maybe by parents, maybe by peers, maybe by religious institutions who sort of force the issue, and now they've entered something that maybe they might regret, or it's going to be a bit strained and harder to get through. A lot of different reasons people get married. Some people don't actually believe in the institution of marriage. They think it's outdated, and they would rather just be with a partner or several partners throughout a lifetime, as long as they don't have any legal liability to that person. Other people believe monogamy is outdated, and they would rather be with multiple people. Now, it's not our job to judge these certain circumstances or what the realities were that brought them to make these conclusions, but it is our job to draw a connection to these things and understand that they're out there, whether they agree with our values or not. We need to be able to see people where they're at if we're going to continue to move on in sociology, social work, any other social sciences where we may be trying to help people or to help better our society. So, in a nutshell, as I said, sociological imagination is drawing a connection from ourself and our past into broader society. So we're going to be using this tool for the rest of the semester, or as long as we're talking about sociology or culture or anything. And then what we're going to do is we're going to find these theoretical lenses that sociologists tend to use and apply to their work in order to understand society better. And that's going to help us be able to engage the material better once we're looking through these different theoretical lenses. So we'll see you next time.